Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Crystal Clear 101 with another toy review. I am reviewing another Disney Planes character, and today I am reviewing Bravo. First off, here is the front of Bravo's packaging. Here is the back of Bravo's packaging. I've already reviewed Dusty Crop Hopper. Now, I haven't reviewed the individual Bulldog, but I have already reviewed the Pit Road gift pack. Some other characters that are available. A little bit about the bio behind Bravo. Alright, and with that being said, let's get Bravo out of his packaging and let's see how he looks. Alright, now I got Bravo out of his packaging, and I say this is probably one of my personal favorites. For me, he's actually up there with Ishani. He's actually up there with Ishani for me as far as my personal favorites. Now, I'm going to go ahead and point out a couple of things about Bravo. First off, from this line right in front of my thumb back, basically the front of the nose, the top up to these lines right here, all the way back on the fuselage, the vertical stabilizers, those parts right there are die cast. Now, his wings, the lower part of his fuselage right down here, the horizontal stabilizers, all these parts right down here, these are all plastic. Now, he's meant to resemble a real-world aircraft. He's meant to resemble the McDonnell Douglas FA-18E Super Hornet. And as such, he's actually marked up like an actual U.S. Navy F-18. The only difference is he doesn't have the U.S. Navy, he doesn't have Navy right down here. But he's got markings on his vertical stabilizers. He's got the appropriate markings on his left wing and the bottom of his right wing. And he does have various markings along the side of his fuselage right here. I mean, for the most part, as far as marking placement goes, he's marked up like a actual F-18. And so far, I'm actually really digging Bravo here. And I figured I'd go ahead and bring this guy in, but to an extent, Bravo here actually reminds me of a fair bit of Marco from Cars, and that they are both heavily armed jet fighters. And on top of that, they do actually share a few similarities. The first thing is they do have a pilot's helmet of sorts. And, you know, I admit to an extent, they actually do look kind of similar. On top of that, they actually do share a similar tail section right down here with the vertical stabilizers. Even the degree that their wings bend down actually looks very similar. But your principal difference is this is based off of the F-18 Super Hornet. And this is more inspired, this is kind of a cross, but this is mostly like a AV-8B Harrier, with like one or two similarities taken from a F-18, mainly the twin vertical stabilizers, and the twin thrusters right back here. But I figured that's a little something I figured I'd go ahead and show, because as far as I'm concerned, Marco here would be Bravo's grandpa. Considering these are both Pixar characters, and considering that Planes is for the most part like a plain version of Cars, and this guy was already in Cars. So I figured I'd go ahead and show that right there, that similarity between those two characters. And I'm sure you're wondering, why do I have Ishani next to Bravo? Well, there is actually something that both of these characters, both of these toys right here, share in common. Now, there's a little something I completely neglected to mention about Ishani, but both of these have the same feature, which is they both have retractable nose gear. Now, that I think is cool. That I just think is sweet. Now, for me, what would have made Bravo here even cooler was if you could have pushed up his rear wheels up into his body. Now, if you could have been able to do that, then for me, that would have made this plane figure, this plane toy right here, absolutely cool. And what's my overall verdict on Bravo from Disney's Planes? If you like the movie Planes, I wouldn't hesitate picking him up. He actually looks very sweet. Actually looks very cool. On top of that, he's like one of the only jets I have seen for the Planes line so far. But if you love planes, if you love F-18 Hornets, then you're not going to go wrong. Suggested retail on him ranges from about $4.99 to $6.99 on average. But if you can find Bravo here, grab him. He's definitely a very cool one. And, I mean, aside from the eyes, he actually does look reasonably accurate to an actual F-18 Hornet. But that's been my review on Bravo from Disney's Planes by Mattel. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.